What's happening, good people? I'm just leaving this up here for a couple of seconds for anybody that watches on replay. So it's kind of like a clickbait type thing. Sorry if that came through over on the replay over there. What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight? Thank you all for tuning in. Everybody's starting to stroll in. Seen a lot of posts lately from me, especially the new little addition. So there's actually a little bit of an addition in here tonight. I didn't want to make it look too obvious, grabbing the glass out of the cupboard and the bottle of whiskey. So we'll just start with quick little shout outs. Good evening, Johnny Barr, 3 bar, and first one in. Always good to see you. And a special good morning to Neil Martin, always joining us early in his morning with his cup of coffee. And Robbie F., sorry for teasing you with those little Prime Day deals out there. They've been getting to me too because I've I really have no cash flow, and it's kind of tough to go searching for all that stuff. And Glenn Bailey, always good to see you. Malachi, how we doing? Good evening. Been catching up on a lot of the past videos. So we'll just start off with that again too. The little ticker down here. I know there's probably some people that are missing tonight because of unfortunate events down in Florida, but we're still dealing with everything in North Carolina and Georgia, Tennessee, amongst other areas. So if you know anybody that needs any help, any support, you can try to get them to use the power of the internet. But we hope you all are well on this evening. And I'm just going to leave that ticker going for a little while, but leave a note in the chat or email. There'll be some little segments later. You'll see my email pop up. So you can always send me an email if you don't want to, bring any special attention, because don't be bashful. It's the worst thing you do is try to tough it out yourself. Finally, if you weren't here the previous how many miles per hour is it whipping past your house right now? Appreciate you stopping in. I understand if you go dark in a little bit because you lose power. The previous one where we did a bunch of giveaways, finally got them out to the people. So Marsha T got her DL4, and I unfortunately forgot to send the power supply because I originally did an unboxing with that. I'm planning on doing a full review and just never got around to it. And now with the new little guy on the way, that's probably not going to happen. Yo, Snug, what's happening? Glad to see you. And Chris got his 2 pedals. Well, he didn't get them yet. Those are just sent out today. Kind of hastily did some reviews on them real quick because try to get some content, thinking that I could, maybe get ahead of it and post some stuff while entertaining a little puppy, and I don't see that happening. Hence the whiskey and the Coke tonight. I made a comment on one of the videos before, 13 Souls. I said, I think Mike Tyson said it best. You can have a plan until somebody punches you in the face. And yeah, luckily I got some downtime to put that little video out for you. Steve, almost the longest distance traveled. Neil's got you beat by a little bit. It's morning for him. Let's see. Two. I give you a little wrench too, Steve. If you want to throw your link to your channel in here, I loved the video you just did on buying subs. It's absolutely brilliant. I think I might steal that. It's basically what YouTube does. We steal things, and I think I might do one like, but to the contrary. Like, these people are stealing subs, and you know how it gets like only wrong answers only, and then I might highlight like somebody like the Lamb and John Robson and some other people, Ben Coombs, which I plan on doing a video, another one about some great creators that I'm coming across. Because if you don't like me, at least you'll like them. So for all the latecomers in, we'll see if I can pop him back up on the screen over here. Probably if I put this up on the screen for the longest time, it might give me the longest views. Like Steve said, I should probably just put the puppy in all my my videos. So so FedEx delivery today from UK, my custom 19-inch rack that matches. And now have a 6-foot stand. That's pretty awesome, man. Yeah. So, and also Stevie Mac too got his. Well, not got his. I don't know when he's gonna get his, but he's over in Steve's territory. Sent him out that amp stand and those wireless transmitters. Whew. I probably should just bought them for him. I mean, or I should have bought him a Harley Benton because, but hey, they're going to give it to me for free. I guess I could pay to ship it out. So I hope it doesn't come back like that Squire debut Telecaster. But yep. So on your screen right now, he's the prime suspect of why the videos are going to be coming out a little bit slower. But he's not terrible. He's starting to like calm down a little bit. I think it took a little bit for him to adjust to get into the life of being around dogs that are different, because his entire litter were all the same color. His name is actually Ravioli. And I'll show you the other dogs later, but he has the most unique name out of all of our puppies. It's kind of an homage to our Italian heritage. I know I don't look too Italian. I look more Irish. I always say my mother poisoned the well. She's from Ireland, but like second or third generation. My father was the first generation Italian born here. He is 8 weeks old. 8 weeks old, going on 4, because he thinks that he could tackle his older sister, who's 4, and his middle brother now, who was the baby before, 2. So we're glutton for punishment, and eventually we'll have no room in our bed. Yeah, 5150. Like I said, that ticker down there is for anybody you know that needs any help, anything like that. If we can get them assistance somehow, because it seems like sometimes word doesn't get out. if you want to throw. And there's the winner. Marsha, I sent out that that power supply. I'm so sorry. that totally was not in the box. You probably thought it was like a gag or something, but hopefully that's the only thing else that's missing. But Glenn, the smallest ones take up, I think, the most amount of space. They decide to want to lay like perpendicular instead of parallel with everybody. He's a red fox lab. We're a definitely a Labrador family. Yep, fox red. It's a I guess it's just really a darker yellow lab version, but he's definitely the tiny little terror that he is proving to be. But hence why I haven't shaved because I'm like so disheveled. But yeah, so hopefully still gonna try to get out a video once a week and try for Fridays. It seems like it's the best time. It kind of takes you over for the weekend. Still gonna do the poll of the week on uh, Tuesdays. I'm sorry, Sundays. I'm just looking for the little banner for. Oh well. Yep. The there it is. Yeah, so I do polls on Sundays, and then I'm actually gonna do like a question of the week Thursday, and it could be something a poll or just a general question, and that'll be for basically the following week. So it'll be on Thursday. Trying to like keep it somewhat engaging still, and you know, building that sense of community. And if you want to check out the other social medias, sometimes it's easier just to post something to Facebook than it is to actually do a community poll, and you might see the information because like a lot of the Amazon deals that I was finding, I put some of them on uh, Facebook right away because I found it and I'm like I gotta get it out there because this thing might go pretty quick. Sometimes some of them are like kind of time deals and things. Yeah, yeah. I thought they were actually like a whole different breed themselves, but they're I guess the same. Yeah. Not many people might actually understand where that's coming from, but it's pretty awesome, man. Going out there and helping everybody out. It's tough because some of these places get hit all the time and they're used to it, and then like seems like some of these tracks where it's going might not, be going to places that have ever been hit. Yeah, that's where mine would probably be chewing on the guitar cables right now and everything, and I'd be like constantly chasing around him. I feel like if you ever seen the movie Big Daddy, where Adam Sandler's like finally got the kid arrested, and he's like trying not to chew on a chip so it doesn't make any noise. You make a sudden noise and it moves. That kind of what I feel like right now. Oh, that's I hate that. My our middle pupper, he's got a little thing with his ears. Occasionally, they get a little dirty and yeasty, and he starts scratching, and it's just you just like hate to see that. Yes, the Thursday might be just something funny, poll or question, totally unguitar related. Um, and I forgot to play the catchy little music for you on that one. And I didn't get to do the little pop-ups like I said I was gonna do for everybody because I was trying to rush to get all those videos done, and now chasing this little guy around. So, but that brings us to the funny clip of the week. And we have it up here for you. I don't know when I'm going to use this one. You're getting like the first, like, this is like a premiere of something that I'm going to use eventually. Probably use it a lot. If you don't know Paul Hibbert, he's like this home tech guy, and he uses this like type of phrase all the time. And he just like, he uses it almost in a way now, like to antagonize some people. They're like, you overuse it. So I might overuse this, but is anybody going to address that? What? The elephant. What elephant? Your boy ain't right. He ain't my boy. We've gone through this before. He has your legs. Hopefully the sound came up on that for you, but you know, Marsha, I don't have any like real good chops like Steve over here or the Lamb or anybody. So I gotta, you know, I gotta do something to keep everybody entertained. And a lot of it's sometimes that one actually was probably the easiest one I've done so far. The vacuuming one was a lot difficult. All right, Robbie, appreciate it. Yeah, that one actually was pretty easy and pretty quick because you really got to keep the lights levels the same, and the angle can't move. That's why the vacuum one was pretty difficult. But I'm sure I'll be using that as you know, anytime I in the skit and do the elephant in a room. And I was trying to do other ones too for like other fancy phrases. Yeah, well, that was my actually intention of starting the live streams was to actually get more time to practice because I was trying to put like 2 to 3 videos out a week, and I figured this one is to, um, you know, alleviate one of those videos. Try to practice at least like 1 hour a day. I had the free time to do that and to commit to that, and that was the whole idea and the premises of the channel. But when people start giving you stuff, you gotta like crank out the videos so they expect something. And but yeah, it was. It took a lot of a lot of peanuts to keep them from moving in the room like that. And now. That takes us to so normally I would do an unboxing now here, but I don't really have anything to unbox at the moment. So I actually thought about this new kind of segment that we could all partake in, and I'll have my email up in a little bit. That so when you look at your computer on your YouTube, if you have your shorts like showing on it, and I'm gonna have some pre-canned in case nobody submits anything, but um, basically, if you could take a screenshot of your shorts, and I call this segment like, "What would you click?" Because I find it very interesting sometimes on these things. Hey RJ, what's happening? Of the stuff that you see on your home screen, since YouTube is telling you exactly what you want to see, I don't honestly, I don't, I don't look at, I would say, I should have like labeled them like ABC, but from my face to the right, so that would be the first one, which is Trey Sheddings. Hopefully, you know him. He's been in here before, but so I've obviously watched him. I can't remember who the third person is. The second person, I watched him on Facebook, and now he's showing up on my YouTube. He does these funny like little skits. But I don't know how number 3 or 4 even pop up in there because I don't subscribe to anything like that. And I only actually clicked on them because I came up with this segment to actually see, because I want to see like what you would say, who would you pick to um click on. That's all right, Steve. You could, if you don't have it up, or if you have it up on and you don't watch them, if you just send a screenshot, well, I can kind of like look them up by like the next one you'll see. I couldn't look up one of them, but so out of all these, which one will go? Trey is A, which is next to me. B, C, D, E, F. Which one would you actually click on? And be honest. You could answer in the chat. Again, A is the green shirt. B, C, D, E, F, G. Nobody wants to answer. So I'm Glenn, you might actually, I don't know, you might have tuned into him since you we frequent the same people. D. I think that was a guitar box too. It's actually a guitar channel, so I don't know why the one next to it came up A or C. So then when the next one you'll see like uh is those are the dates they were published and how many subs they have. So you could see that probably D overwhelmingly has um, crushed the internet so far, with only being 2 weeks and having 896 views. And that was the time I took the screenshot, which actually I think was last week when I came up with this idea. So and has 269,000 subs. And I didn't want to look too much into it to see what other content they do because I don't want to have. I hate how the fact that YouTube only really now shows you stuff on what you click on instead of what you're subscribed to and all that stuff. I hate the way that algorithm works. But the last one, F. He's it's L and M guitar. I forget the exact name, but I think out of Germany. No, wasn't couldn't have been Germany because I think Guitar Summit was in UK. They just started doing Guitar Summit videos, or it could be mistaken. I'm so bad with geography. But yeah, the B, he's funny. He does like these funny little skits and stuff. But he's not guitar related, so and it shows you how creepy cookies and Facebook and your internet and everything like that is because I've never looked him up on YouTube until he popped up on this first one. So next one here, some popular sights again. Trey's popping up in my thing all the time. 6-string Stanger all the way on the end. If you don't know him, Mary Spender. I have a very eclectic type of. So if you want to answer this one, yeah, Glenn, I actually I was actually trying to figure out who Steve was talking about in his latest video. So I actually started looking up on YouTube AMP plugin, and now my entire screen is full of AMP plugins. And I couldn't find out who he was talking about. Probably A, D, B. And it shows you. I mean, A is pretty good for, it may, with only 360 subs, 3.7K in views. It's not great for views for that. And I don't think he's in the chat. I think it's the third one, C, might actually be somebody that pops in here regularly. And I hate the fact I can't recognize him right now, but I think that might just be because it's out of their content. But yeah, Mary Spender, she's great. Obviously has the subs behind it to get that many views. And 6-string Stanger over here is trying to get to 8K, trying to get to 10K actually at the end of the year. I'm just trying to keep on creating videos after this little pupper. But yeah, if you want to just submit for next week your screenshot. I know on a Mac you hit Command Shift 3 and that does a screenshot. And if you can't crop it and all that stuff like that, I get to adjust it and I'll do all the work for it. That's why I need it by Sunday so that I could submit it for the streams. Yeah, the first time I probably saw her was on an Andertons video, probably maybe like 2 or 3 years ago. And I feel like it's almost like I don't know how long she's been around, but I feel like it was almost a time, and I could have the time frame wrong, but I feel like it's like where she was just coming out and making it. But she could have also been a big person in a while because we hardly get any stuff from overseas. That's why I really try to push a lot of that stuff because there's a lot of great content creators, some of them in here tonight, that don't get their fair shake across the board, across the seas, across the waters, whatever you want to say. It's always good to see, when you're in a chat and you see so many of the same people. Sometimes we're in like 2 or 3 chats together, sometimes 4. I think Johnny and Rebar and I are, have a record. Cushman is not here right now, but definitely we hit a lot of the same ones together. So still trying to navigate this thing too. You hear my little soundboard thing that I'm using. It's called a Stream Deck. So when I push the next one, and I'll get you. I swear, I'll get you the picture eventually to show you that that's the fire term of the week. Because if you guys obviously don't know, the little picture up on the screen right now is a Maltese cross. That's the fire term. Actually, a little bit background about the actual logo is that's actually like what firefighters wear, the badge. Um, so, but the fire term of the week is something, nothing derogatory like you've heard from the week before, square rooter, hairbag, Frio, and it's just run. And it's very simple. It's just the word, how you think it. Most people today, when they think, you call the fire department and you go out on a call because you called for assistance. And that's what most firefighters refer to it, because they were probably um, their departments evolved after a time of mechanics. But in the New York City Fire Department, we used to have carts that people used to pull, and then eventually horse drawn. And the horse drawn ones in the very beginning only had room for one firefighter and maybe the officer, and then everybody else ran behind it or ran next to it, hopefully. So that's what we call a run. When we go out the door and go on a call for assistance, we call them a run. And it's always just been tradition to call it a run. So the reason why, if some of the new viewers and trying to give you lingo of the fire department, is because sometimes I feel like I want to say something on a video because I'm so ingrained to have this language that I've been using for 25 years, and I kind of like catch myself and I like that I got to explain. So now I'm kind of bringing that little bit here to the live streams. Now we'll go over to the poll of the week. Let's see if I can share this. So here is that. Let's see if we can make it bigger. You don't need to see my face while we're talking about this. So here is, what was the budget guitar? What is the price point you consider to afford? And I knew this was like such a nuanced question to ask, because there's just so many things. Like, you could find a really good guitar, like a Tease guitar for $249, has locking tuners, great neck, great feel, and something else in that price range might not be that great. But I think we had 39 votes, one of the most popular ones so far. I think it's because I used the images and I was inclusive as best as I could, because couldn't put every single monetary value down on here, but try to cover the top three of my viewing audience out there. Let's go to some of the comments. Yep. See, like Budget Pedal Chap, another great channel. Maybe all my viewers are just channels. I don't know. No. He was, basically, Harley Benton Fusion series is, they offer so much at a low price. So, that's an example of just like a Tease guitar. I'm more inclined to these, like, to not even. I used to dream about like $1,000, $1,500 guitars, $2,000 guitars, and it's just not in the cards anymore. Yeah, it seems like the workhorse everybody's saying is around the 500 mark to the 750. Robbie F says, I choose 750. They said I've spent more than that on some yet. Consider all my guitars affordable. My least expensive Squire Mustang 199 received another 450 for P90s, pick guard and tuning machines. My most expensive Epi was 620. Took another 600 for pickups, bridge. Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, nowadays budget is 150. You still could find some good stuff out there. There's some I'm not pushing the affiliate links or anything like that because of trying to make money. But there's some guitars down right now that you can get for that. 5150 says I buy the cheapest guitar on eBay and Amazon, and pull on my box of misfit parts and make it sound like a $1,200 guitar. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, I mean, if you don't really mind working on a guitar, you could definitely do a lot of good upgrading. There's a lot of good platforms out there nowadays. I mean, I remember my first guitar was $150 and played so horribly, and it, you know, was basically like I mean, I was into it, but now if I took the two guitars, like my beginner guitar, and I took I keep on saying Tease, but like basically any Stratocaster that I've um, done so far on the channel, it's unbelievable the difference and how much the quality has come a long way. Think I'll be getting my first Harley Benton guitar soon, an MR Moss Right copy under 300, but to me 3 to 500 I feel is good budget. Yeah. Ah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I put that up on the Amazon there for you then because it's on sale right now. But I don't know if that one's necessarily a price that you won't be able to get somewhere down the road. If you constantly hawk Amazon, when you get the cash again, you may be able to find that. But that's a pretty good deal right now. The solid colors they're a little bit more right now. I was kind of underwhelmed with the amount of affordable guitars like Leo James and Firefly that didn't get involved in this go around. And I'm sure you guys seen that like Harley Benton has expanded more onto the reverbworld.com. But I don't know, I think they're kind of late to the game now for us over here in a sense that there's a lot of competition, but definitely have to try to start getting some of them because Steve's reviews are awesome of them. I just love watching them and jets. I wish I can get a jet. Every once in a while I see one pop up in the States over here, but they never really. Yeah, so the thing with the Fireflies and even sometimes the Leo James I'm seeing is that they're hit or miss as far as the QC. I would say the Fireflies you definitely have to get from guitarsgarden.com. It seems like the most people that, and even I think the Fireflies too, it seems like the people are having I mean, Leo James, they're having is the issues is from Amazon. And I think what happens is people are returning them uh and may have been doing like some work to them to try to like hone their skills and they screw something up because sometimes you see some of the QC problems that they have are just erroneous. I'm gonna have to look that up. There's like 3 dealers around by me that they have like 1 or 2 models and they're not ones that I particularly would care for. But yeah, those sometimes you pull out a review and I mean like I need that guitar. Grab one of those Squire Strats. Is that the debut Squire Strats? Johnny 3 bar? Yeah, I actually thought about I don't want to do like too many like segments that are just like going on a computer because that's not what people are really like looking for if I'm constantly doing that, but I thought about doing that to help people find those. Like and I don't knock anybody for looking on them, but I'd rather someone go find that as a good deal. So maybe I'll scour them and put them up like on Facebook posts. And I like to try to do something that I could do a review on that somebody might, you know, be looking to purchase that could get, because sometimes some of the stuff you find on there are like one offs that you're not going to be able to get. But yeah, they Jace Allen, who pops in here occasionally, he does that. He looks for them. But yeah, there's definitely a good place. And so let's see, get this queued up here. So this used to be the segment. This is the segment formerly known as channel tip, because there are a lot of people that are looking to start up channels, and if you're looking to start one up, just email me and I will give you any information you want to know. Email so many people now back from starting this, but I actually realized that most people here probably don't have a channel they're looking to start up. But maybe I might inspire you to do one, since if I could do it, you can do it. So instead, I came up with another segment, and this doesn't have to be gear that you own. I thought it's a good way of showing some gear that you own, if you do own it, or some gear that you're gassing over, or maybe a picture that you come across. So I just came up with a quick example of my own stuff. Um, and I'm politely calling this Marry, Shag, and Kill. So if you ever played this game before, it's a very childish game, but usually it's with people, and you gotta marry one, you gotta have a fling with it, something that once or twice, and then something that you're gonna can. So you submit three pictures. It could be amps, anything guitar related, amps, pedals, or guitars. Uh, no people. We don't want to get. And if you don't own it and you want to show it up there, if you can't get pictures of it, let me know. Just send me the email and I'll try to find it for you. But so we'll go from my face over A, B, and C. Which one would you marry? Which means is you would keep. Which one would you have a sort of a fling with? And then which one are you getting rid of? And the best part about this segment is you can make things that are actually horrible. So they could be three complete duds. They could be three awesome things, or they could be intentionally one thing is really great and one is horrible. So opening up voting now. So it's A, B, and C. Which one are you keeping? Which one are you going to have a short term fling with? And which one are you chucking? So nobody wants to start off. So I'm going to go first. BC, Johnny Three Bar goes B. So that's the one you're keeping is B. And the strat. C, you're going to have a fling, and A, you're going to get rid of. Neil says C. I should have probably put on the is keeping C, going to have a fling with A and getting rid of B. C, B, A. A, B, C. Malachi's marrying C. Yes, C is definitely that's one. You either got to come up with a custom case or something. But so I was gonna say that out of all of them, that I would go with A and have the fling with B. And I didn't intentionally set it this way, but I would probably get rid of the Firefly. And that's all because I'm realizing now that I have like really like sloppy playing, and like stop tails for me are harder to mute. So I could, you'll notice in my reviews, anything with like a stop tail like that, the strings ring a lot. So I gotta, it's so hard to like get back into that. But the Telecaster, just to me, because the look, blue's my favorite color, but um B definitely, it sounds great. It's a stock Japanese Strat, 1986 or so, got it used. But we could see convert C to a bastard. Yeah, I was actually thinking if I get any more offers from Geiger, I might put one of those stop tail conversion tremolos on that. But it's, to me, I actually kind of would. That's a Firefly for anybody that doesn't know. And I wish I actually got the Les Paul of that, because this thing is actually so good quality wise, like the feel of it, the heft wise. And I imagine it's probably the same, since it's, like the same Gibson ish type family, but um because the Fesley Les Paul that I got is pretty good itself, but it doesn't have this thing, the color, the finish to it. It just feels so much like a Gibson, and at only $219. Yeah, I think just for me, I think it's just my sloppy playing, that the with the stop tail. But like I've never owned, like it's coming actually, is a one on Daily Guitar Draw. Forgot to tell you all that. Like I find, so the video that I made a little while ago on the three best places of winning a guitar, I could only win them on two, because the other one I shamelessly promoted as myself, the Patreon fund. But the dailyguitardraw.com, I won a Epiphone. You've probably seen it in the community posts. Uh, the 335 dot, like remake of it. So I have one of those coming. So then eventually I think I'm going to do the pull on the first round of the Patreon guitar giveaway. So if anybody wants to jump into that now, it's going to happen this year. So I figure at least give somebody two options. Or I mean, you really can choose the Firefly if you want it, instead of the slash Les Paul that we have. That I just did a quick little sound demo. And it was so weird doing that demo too, because I'm like thinking, this is the guitar that somebody's gonna pick, so I'm gonna treat it very carefully. So I didn't like want to put any scrapes or scratches into it. But that video hopefully will come out sometime in the next century, when I can edit it between the dogs. Yeah, I definitely. Yeah, I used to not like the T style guitars, and I'm glad you said T style because you can't say Telecaster because it's not appropriate because it's crazy. If you don't know the Bald Shredder, he posted a comment the other day that he got from somebody because it's basically says all of us that like on YouTube are just clickbait drama people when we take the Squire debut series or any Squire for that matter and say the cheapest Fender that we can find. To me, if Fender could put their name on it, then I can call it a Fender. And every Squire says made by Fender on it. Don't hold me to that. I'm sure there might be some out there that don't say that, but practically every single Squire says made by Fender. So if they could say and use their name and use that cheap guitar to subsidize their company, then I could put a title saying this is the cheapest Fender I could find. But he got like this. It's just so funny. Like people pick those things. So like if you haven't seen my video on this guitar, someone was saying like, don't call it a Telecaster. It's not a Telecaster. So we'll go to one more to get the idea across. And you could submit your stuff that you want, that you don't have. But again, which one are you keeping? Which one are you gonna have a short-term fling with? And then which one are you getting rid of? And this one's actually a tough one, at least in my mind. I know you might not have heard the C yet. So you're keeping B, having a fling with C, and getting rid of A. Yep, the C is the Randy Rhodes. And Glenn, I don't know if this isn't a shameless plug, but and I don't want to like make it so like going on forever, but it will be given away eventually. It's going to be given away on a live stream and it's given away worldwide. I intentionally bought this thing knowing that it was going to be price gouged. I wish I had bought two actually, because when I played it, and that review will eventually come out this century, I wanted I when I played it, it's great. And I don't think it's that much different than any other distortion. So for anybody that doesn't know, behind it is they basically like replicated Randy Rhodes's like actual distortion pedal, like mimicked it. So of course they only made 3,200, and I hate when they do that. They make a limited amount, and it just people buy it with the intention of price gouging it. So I actually did the opposite. I bought it with the intention of saving somebody out there from getting price gouged, and I hope whoever wins it doesn't wind up selling it. But it's open already. It's it's used. So, and again, I even clicked it on once, and I played it, and then I just changed the knobs. Normally, sometimes I click something on and off. So this thing is literally the knobs have been only twisted a couple of times, and the button has been pushed when I showed it to you, maybe like 3 or 4 times, and the one time that I stepped on it gingerly to do the demo. But let's see some of the other. Johnny 3 Bar is keeping B, having a fling with A, and getting rid of C. And Glenn is keeping C, having a fling with B, and getting rid of A. This actually, for me, is like one of the. You ordered the. I feel like feel like a car salesman sometimes when I do this stuff. But I really just want to show everybody the deals, and it's it is the deals cover them a little bit, some of them, but like they do hide some of them sometimes. But So for me, this actually was tough because I think the Mafetto was the first one I did of my reviews of the pedal, and this thing sounds awesome. And then that clone is, I haven't played too many clones, but um, it was another great pedal. The footprint's a little big, but I can definitely get over it. So I actually think that it's tough for me to choose between A and B. I think I would keep. I think I would actually probably keep A, knowing that eventually I'm gonna find another clone out there again somewhere that's gonna be good, and then have a fling with B, and then probably get rid of C, which is kind of crazy to say for a pedal that is now retailing, or not retailing, but selling used for on uh, Reverb for $6.99. And eventually, one of you guys will win it. Again, all my giveaways always are no talent necessary because I have no talent. So again, if you want to submit any type of gear, it helps, helps me not have to come up with something. But if you don't know how to put things together in a collage like that, because you may not have three things at the ready, send me three different pictures, or just send me three different guitars. If it's vintage, I'm gonna not be able to find the images. So if you could try to find those images and send them to me, then I'll put them together, and we'll have this on a regular thing. Yeah, I mean, I really wish I had bought two, because I would keep it not only just for the prosperity reasons, but it does sound good. But actually, it's a funny, quick little story. I had originally bought a Wampler made a Ace 30, which is now called a 30 something. And I bought the Ace 30 originally because uh, I knew what happened was is that Vox wound up actually, like, I guess, filing some sort of like, um, not lawsuit, but a notice of a possible lawsuit, because it sounds too much like AC30, which the pedal obviously clone. So I'm like, this thing is going to be probably eventually price gouged someday. So I actually bought it for myself as a collector, and then eventually, life problems happened and had to part with it. It was either that or live out in the streets for a little while. So went with selling the pedal, and I haven't looked at it now because I don't even want to bring myself to it. Probably hasn't gotten jacked up yet, because I don't know if it really is catching on as much as because it's a limited run with that Ace 30. Yeah, so if Steve, if you're still here, this is I think I might have commented on your live stream about musician's friend. I know you don't want to step on it, but if you haven't I know you've seen my video about the Epiphone that I got that was really crappy, that they wouldn't take back unless I paid for shipping. And then I offered so Steve, basically what happened was is that I got an Epiphone that had a crack in the neck. Should have probably never, it was a tiny crack, but it probably should never have passed through musician's friend's hands and got sent to me. But at least showing pictures, I would think that they would have given me a refund and not had made me send it back. So they wanted me to send it back on me paying for it. So I did a video, and then I took a sander to it, and actually I got to eventually buff it out and stuff like that. I've made it into an ugly guitar that basically, if I ever get good amps that I want to play it through a garbage guitar to see what it sounds like, that's what this guitar is for. So when I put a 1-star review on it, that's when they offered me a full refund and to pay for the shipping. So I never attempted to ask, since I took what was the condition of me you know, getting that, was I going to have to take down my 1-star review? That's total speculation. Can't prove it. But I feel like that's, if you're into that type of thing, like that's what totally turned me off from Musician's Friend, because with Sweetwater, you get a personalized dealer, kind of like you do with Musician's Friend. They just email you. This guy texts me occasionally. His name is Drew. He's invited to Thanksgiving. But I had asked him, I said, if this happened with Sweetwater, would you guys take it back? And then he said, absolutely. If it's damaged, it's one, if it's something you don't like, then yeah, you're going to pay for the shipping back. So I could only speculate that's what Musician's Friend would have done. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you actually reach out to them. No, so actually in that video, I reached out to them. I actually have screenshots of speaking with the person too, just to, because I didn't want it to be like just my word. That was everything that he said was for verbatim, was that I had to pay for it. And I said, even actually in the screenshot of that video, I says, well, I'm going to keep this guitar because I'm going to get more mileage out of a review of this cheap guitar than me paying $50 to send it back to him. And then that brings us to so I kind of teased it and put it out of order because Tease being the name. Another line of Telly styles are coming out. He's got some stuff. I don't want to be the one to actually. I asked him originally if I could post this picture, and he's like, "Yeah, I already started posting it." So, because I sometimes I get things from him, like a day or two in advance before he lets everybody else know about it, and sometimes I get stuff that and I haven't signed a non-disclosure or anything like that. And just the guy's just an honest, good dude, and you know, talk a lot, and so he kind of fills me in. So I wanted to make sure that I wasn't letting something out that I wasn't allowed to. And he's posted this on Facebook, so you might have seen this. But these are a couple of new colors that he's coming out with. I can't release the specs on it. That I was told not to, and I'm, going to uphold that. But these are some of the new colors. It's kind of tough to see in the picture because these are from the factory. But I think they kind of have a sparkle in them. I didn't confirm that with or not, but he's calling the boomer blue. Yeah, I think he's looking for a color for the green, and he already has black and white. And the orange is some sort of Tennessee orange, like downtown orange or something for Nashville. But yeah, so that's, and I had gotten an email the other day too, but so busy with the pup. PRS is doing some interesting stuff for 2025. I think they're doing a SE model with a quilt top. Yeah, so 3J Music's not here tonight, but if you haven't seen his video, he did a PRS. I think it's Swamp, the sandblasted version, but great guitar for the price. And then let's see if I could share the other one. All the modern conveniences of technology. I'm not the best technological person in the world, but try to see if I'm going to share this up on here. See if that come up. Yeah, so these are some of the just the Amazon deals. It's kind of getting late now, so if you wanted to grab something last minute, but I didn't put everything up on there because I kind of figured these are things that the audience would like, and I'm not looking to like just have you click on anything. But I mean, I don't know if these tuners over here, the Safu tuners, but for $20 for locking tuners, might be a simple upgrade for you. But I don't know anything about them. I know some people use them, but um, I had this obviously the stretch. I haven't done a review on this yet, and they're actually sending me the guitar, which is pretty cool. I don't know if I think I added that here somewhere. Nope, I didn't add it. So, but yeah, they actually have a guitar package for like 132, I think. But this is half off. It's only 19.99, and if it's like every other pedal that I've done from them, it's a great. It's got to be good. They come in like boutique little boxes, well packaged, and haven't had an issue with one of them yet. And then the Joyo pedals. These are if you haven't seen a budget guitar show, uh, He's just became a Joyo guy. Uh, and he's starting to do reviews of them. And I have to imagine this is probably a King of Tone clone copy. So instead of paying $500 for one and waiting 6 years, and this Hotone multi effects is $140 off today. Yeah, the Kalen has a Timmy pedal. There's that Cerebus that you're looking at, and these Bantamps. I tell you, they're pretty good. Some of them are 50, $60 off. They are allowed for the home use. And I don't know much about this East Rock, but it's kind of something that it looks like Indian Laurel, but it says it's rosewood, and you can't always trust these Amazon reviews. I actually had a little bit of a issue with these MXR patch cables. I think they're a great price. I can see that the heads are a little bit big, so if you like tight pedal boards or top jack mounts, they might be an issue. But I had posted it on a Facebook group, and I even said I'm not using an affiliate link because like to me that's kind of like nefarious in a way, and just promoting something. And but I said if you do want to use an affiliate link, you can go to my channel. But the person decided to delete me from the group because they have it's a Facebook group, but it's also a YouTube channel. I don't want to start a rivalry and have them raid me and all this stuff. But yeah, so I just thought it was a great deal and trying to get it out to people. But and if you're into relicking, not me so much. These KGDs are pretty good. Yeah, Glen Belly. I haven't gotten to use that yet, but that's definitely a cool feature. Instead of having to try to load it up into a looper pedal and having that. And then that stand that's built like a tank that I did a review on. Still think it's a great stand, but and then Cenestar, haven't tried them out, but just try to find some decent deals out there for you. Fesley and West Creek seem like that they were the only two popular ones that really decided to take part in that. And then this is a dirt cheap one. I don't know if it's going to pop up because I think it only shares the one screen, but the coupon's gone. So when you clicked on it, there was like a $40 off coupon too, I think, at the time. And so it came out to like $80 for an entire package. So I thought it'd be a good like beginner type thing for somebody that's out there. And that's all I had really for the industry news. And then kind of went 10 minutes over because I usually like to try to get to the 10 o'clock, the hour long thing, and then kind of just like open it up to just like a general chat of, start off with something that you may not know about me. Um, Obviously, tonight, if you were here from the beginning, these are our three puppers. So the one on the closest to me just had a birthday yesterday. So the one all the way at the other end, I guess you could say, is his birthday present that terrorizes him. But yeah, so he's 2. His name is Sullivan, and how he got his name is it's after the guy that landed the plane in the Hudson River, and everybody survived. Captain Sullivan, because I was a captain in the fire department, so it kind of went that route. So his actual name is Captain Sullivan, and we just call him Sully. The one in the middle is our mama dog. She's 4. She'll be 5 in December, and her name is Ember, Ember, like a burning ember, because she actually has a little bit of chocolate in her too, and you could see in her ears. So she looks like a burning ember, and it's the whole fire department thing. And then the little guy over here, Ravioli, who is why you won't be seeing me as much. So my wife's a nurse. I wanted her to do something like nurse type, but there's not too many things nurse wise that aren't like grotesque, like mostly diseases and stuff like that. There's nothing like, could have called them like Stitch or something, but no, ravioli is actually the Italian heritage, but it because my wife and I are both Italian, but we do eat together. And on Sundays, actually, a lot of firehouses, especially if there's a lot of Italian people, have like big Italian meals, and they might have raviolis. But one of our friends in the fire department, he actually has a bit of a viral TikTok dog is called a rigatoni. So we thought about like that was so funny. The dog's name is rigatoni. We started going through Italian names. It was ravioli, stromboli, cannoli, and then like all other things that that we kind of mispronounce as American Italians, like supersat and gabagool, and so many different things. So, but yeah, so that's basically where I kind of leave it up to everybody else. Just like have a general discussion about how everybody's day's going. Anybody got any plans going on for the weekend? Anybody that chimed in now that's dealing with any of these storms? And I'm always horrible at asking people to do that, but since it kind of coming down to a little bit of a slowdown, if you haven't seen the video today, kind of asked a little bit of a call to action. Is if you're going back through my past catalog and looking at things, it's something you might think that might be cool to put like on another not looking for anybody to spam other Facebook groups, but you know, is share something out there because I don't like to do it, and it also kind of looks like that you're trying to, push things onto people. But yeah, if we start sharing other videos, to other, like if it's a pedal video and you find like a pedal group or something like that, but hopefully not everybody's doing that, but in the same group. But you see like other people do it, like, like a Firefly or something like that, but full Italian and an amazing cook. As one thing we know how to do is how to cook and how to eat. Dimebag Warhead. I can't say it's on my list. Definitely, Dimebag guitars definitely were a style that I would have definitely gone for in the past. That's a great thing about guitars is there's so many different things out there. Yeah, I that's kind of actually where I got the idea of the Mary Shag kill type thing was that you could show your own stuff, and then obviously too with this getting to know everybody. If you want to, we call it the proud parent pictures. If you want to send those over too, of your fur kids and your regular kids, could show them too. And if you want to hide your kids' faces, just make sure they're blurred out ahead of time. Not looking for anything creepy or anything like that, but just so we could use that in the getting to know everybody here. But yeah, I mean, I would take just like single rig pictures too and stuff like that. Or if you have a rig picture from the past, you have that, and then you have something new, and then maybe something that you want, and you do it that way, and do the shag, marry, kill stuff like that. But yeah, I think this week. So yeah, this weekend, I don't think I got because we got the new dog now. It's like the first like I would say like 2 to 3 weeks in our house is like basically not doing anything. It's like someone's home with a dog all the time. Like I went out for a physical therapy appointment today. My wife was home. Then she went out to get stuff to make for dinner. Then tomorrow she's got to work. So hopefully I can try to edit the video that I want to get out Friday tomorrow, maybe when he's sleeping a little bit. But then I think Sunday she's going somewhere. So I got 2 days of doggy daycare. He only makes the mistakes around me. That's because I guess because I'm a guy, so you can't really tell the tales. Like my wife knows all of our dogs, like their things, like the tail goes up or he starts to wobble a little bit. Oh, that's or starts sniffing. I'm like, I don't see any of this. It looks like the dog's doing that all the time. So like, if I think my luck always happens with a dog is that I think it's going to do something, and I pick it up and I grab it, and I'm going to do bring it outside. It's going to do absolutely nothing. I'll bring it back in, and then 5 seconds later, it'll do something. Our one dog who passed away, unfortunately, if you haven't seen, I actually kind of gave a little bit of a shout out to him. I think it was in the one of the acoustic videos, maybe. He actually hated when the dishwasher in our apartment used to go on. So we actually, for an entire 3 years that we lived in that apartment, we couldn't wash dishes. I mean, we had to wash them by hand, obviously, but not in a dishwasher. So it was kind of nice when we came down here, and there was a nice, quiet dishwasher. That one was quiet too. It just had put out like some sort of like signal that made him go crazy. And then he also didn't like fireworks. Poor guy. But the young pup over here, we were actually at a gas station, and a big rig pickup, not big pickup, a big rig truck came by, and the air brakes went on. Didn't even phase him. So I'm like, he's probably gonna be okay. Yeah, I mean, definitely always show that stuff. See, I know like a lot of other people do that, so like I try to think of different things to do instead of like copying the same thing. Like John Robson does that on his live streams, which if you're 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, no, I'm sorry, it's 5 p.m. their time, so I believe it's noon Eastern. I'm so bad with the time changes, but just subscribe to him and you'll get a notification. But his Friday happy hours are just a fun group. Like I joined his Patreon this week because like to support him and definitely support other channels. Any channels out there, it's like um, I don't expect to support me. Like just being here, just being involved in the other channel. Like I try to choose some, but you can't do them all because then you're not. It's like you're basically just doing. It's almost like a sub for sub type of thing. Yeah, they'd be kind of tough, especially in the location. Some of the sounds that you probably hear, especially at 4th of July. 4th of July is bad here. Like we have 3 different displays going on at once in our neighborhood. Just to the name, he likes black guitars. Yeah, it's tough. Especially him because I hate to disrespect anybody that ever has a dog, but like even to my friends, I'm like I say I'm like I'm sorry. Like you think your dog is the best dog? I had the best dog. This dog was absolutely amazing. It was but we knew it was time, and it wasn't like so bad to the point where he was suffering. So it was like the point where we knew that there was nothing else she could do, but still had a good life. So, but yeah, we all have the best dogs. Well, I think we're well over an hour and 22 minutes, and I'm sure nobody's gonna want to watch a 2 hour long live stream after the fact anyway. But I think maybe probably wrap it up now since kind of empty here. And I don't know if it picked up on the microphone at all. Occasionally, you might have been hearing somebody yelling at the young pup downstairs. Yeah, definitely send me emails or go over to Facebook. You can send a messenger. So if you do follow me on Facebook and send me a message, it will pop up and say something to the effect of like, please check us out on the Patreon and stuff like that. And we don't answer messages. That's because you get so many bots trying to sell you subs and how to grow your channel, and just crazy people, nefarious people out there trying to steal your money. So you'll get an automated response, but obviously I know the regulars and I answer back. I feel bad because Neil and I talk a lot, and he's always getting a message saying, "Hey, stop reaching out to me." But that's not what it's there to stop the the nefarious people. So yeah, I appreciate all of you stopping in, and it's pretty amazing. I think we hit like 15 at one point, and I that's to me that's great. It's 15 people all over streaming, listening, chatting. Just I couldn't be happier to have a good core group of people like all of you out there. Hopefully, see you all next week. Steve Cassidy, you have your stream hopefully tomorrow night. I think it's 7 p.m. your time, which might be 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But always enjoy his. Again, I'm going to do another video. I'm probably going to do one like quarterly just because Thank you guys. I mean, it's I do everything here for because of you, all you guys. Yeah, don't again. I'm horrible at asking that. So hit the like button on the way out, and I don't do the countdown. I just do the end the stream now.